Morning guys, this video that I'm going to do now is a video response to MrBit. He'd done a video about 3 videos ago and it was on mobile devices. Ordinarily I do not make responses to MrBit's videos because, as I'm sure any of you guys that follow MrBit know, MrBit is incredibly articulate. When he does a video, he covers pretty much all there is to cover on a topic, as he did with this particular topic. But the reason why I'm going to make a video response to it is because I like this topic that he was talking about. I have a little bit of experience with mobile devices and I want to share those with you, but I also want to ask you, what do you guys expect from mobile devices? And certainly with the iPhone 4G coming up soon, what are you guys going to be expecting that's going to be new on the iPhone 4G? Now, when the iPhone first came out, this was the phone I was using, Samsung, one of these knockdown phones. And you know, I'm a little bit like MrBit in terms of I'm pretty much old school. I needed a phone and the phone was to phone people and that was it. I don't need all the rest of the things that was going with it. The first iPhone came out and I refused to go out and buy it, even though I wanted it, but I couldn't justify spending that amount of money on an iPhone or on a phone. What I thought at the time was just, you know, something to make phone calls with. Then the iPhone 3G came out, and again, when it first came out, I kind of resisted against going out and buying one. It wasn't until nearly the iPhone 3GS was being announced that I went out and bought the iPhone 3G. Now, since having the iPhone 3G, I love it. I will say that I do love it, and I wouldn't go anywhere without it. I think the applications that are being put out for the iPhone now are tremendous. But again, like MrBit, I pretty much use this here as a phone, not for really anything else. The applications I have on here for social networking, going on the internet, the satellite navigation system, and that's really about it. Obviously, and a couple of other ones for the to make use of the camera on the phone. But I don't have any music in here, and I don't have any videos in here, or anything at all like that. I use my iPod Touch for that. So I wonder, am I defeating the purpose of, you know, the whole mobile thing? Because I carry 2 of these about with me, or sometimes I'll carry my iPod Nano, because it carries my music and videos as well, the music and videos that I have. So sometimes I'm carrying 3 devices, so that kind of defeats the whole purpose. Now, back in around about 1998, around about 2004, that time span, I was into Windows PCs quite a lot. This was one of the first mobile devices I bought, which was running Windows Mobile at the time. It's called the Hewlett-Packard iPack. I'm sure some of you guys that are around my age or a little bit younger will remember this. Sorry. Came with a stylus, all these home buttons at the bottom. And this was really good. It came with Word and stuff like that on it, Excel, and it was really, really good. I loved it at the time, and I thought, you know, I was a dog's bollocks walking around with this, as I did also when the Nokia phone came out with, can you remember the first Matrix movie that came out, and the Nokia phone where you hit the button at the side and the mouth guard flew down and slipped down? When that phone first came out, I done everything I could to get my hands on that phone, and when I got my hands, it was one of the first phones that had WAP in it, and I didn't put it to its full potential. Mind you, going on the internet back then was pretty dodgy in any case. But I've always been in the mindset, I've always loved mobile devices. Around about 1998, I purchased off my wife's boss a Toshiba Lint 50CT. Now, I'll put a photograph of that up there just in case any of you guys have never seen or heard of a Toshiba Lint. Now, he had bought this in Hong Kong, brought it across. He was a professional photographer for the Financial Times at the time. He used Macs back then, but he bought this particular device so that he could, when he took photographs, he could upload them on there and then send them across the internet to his office. But back then it was 56k modems, that type of thing. I think ISDN, which was 128k, had just come in. But that wasn't available for this particular device. Now, I bought this off him for about £500, and I loved it. It came to me with Windows 95 on it, full operating version, and then I put Windows 98 onto it, and loved it. Loved everything. You know, you could do everything on this mobile device that you could do on an ordinary laptop. I forget the dimensions of the thing. I think it was like a 7-inch screen or something like that, but you'll get a gist of it with a photograph. Then around about 2002, 2004, I bought what was called then a Scion Revo. Now this was kind of like a slimline computer, and it had its own operating system on it. It was like a green screen. Again, I'll put a photograph up of it just in case some of you guys have never heard of it or can't remember it. But there was two versions of these came out. One was very slim. It was kind of like about the size of a glasses case, but it opened out. And it had very, very small keys on it, and it was very slimline, really nice. The one before that I had as well was slightly chunkier and had a more a thicker keyboard. Again, the photograph will come up, you'll be able to see it rather than me trying to describe it to you. But I bought into these mobile devices, really, really suckered into them. I mean, it was stupid, and for me, really, I only bought them because I liked the idea of having them, not really using them to the full potential. The Scions, the Revos that I had, you know, the only thing that they were glorified journals, you know, like the, what do you call them? Like the diaries that you can get, that you see portfolio, like the Filofax, that's what, it was just like a glorified Filofax at the time. But I bought it and loved it, and that's all there was to it. I spent an awful lot of money on those devices as well. They were about £300 each. But I hear a lot of people now making videos about, you know, the iPad and what it should have had and what it was lacking and all the rest of it. And when the iPhone 3GS came out, a lot of people were saying the same thing, that it should have had front-facing cameras on it. Now the iPhone 4G is coming out, and what are you guys going to expect from that? Obviously, the iPhone 4G is going to have to supersede everything that you know, Windows have just brought out their new mobile phone and stuff like that there, and Google have got Android and stuff like that out. Now I have absolutely no experience on those particular platforms of phones to this point because I've never used them. The iPhone is the only smartphone that I've really used. My wife has a BlackBerry, she uses that, and my daughter uses this. It's an LG, I don't know if I don't know what model that is, but this was something she wanted for Christmas, so we got her for Christmas. Now she uses this quite a lot. She goes on social networking sites with this. Mind you, it's not like Facebook or Twitter. She's too young. She's only 10. These are social networking. It's a social networking site that's attached to her school and allows her to link up with her friends. And my wife, you know, she had a touchscreen LG before she had the BlackBerry. She didn't like the touchscreen element of it, but now she loves the BlackBerry. And she uses it all the time. But what are you guys expecting from this iPhone 4G or any future mobile devices that are due to come out? What if you could design your perfect mobile device? What would it have? What would it do for you? What would it do for you that you really need it to do for you? Not that you would want it to do, but that you really need it to do for you, to help you with your business or with your school or anything at all like that. Anyway guys, that's all I wanted to say in this video. Guys, listen, I'm really sorry about the last couple of videos I've done. They're really, really long. I do tend to talk bullshit and ramble on an awful lot, so I'm trying to cut that down. I've done it with this video, but this video is still a little bit too long. So guys, I promise you I am going to start working on trying to cut the video times down, split them up maybe and do 2 parts or whatever. Okay, so anyway guys, thank you so much for bearing with me, and thank you for all the feedback and what have you that you're giving me, and see you all soon. Thanks guys, bye.